Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, a weekly battle of wits, debating everything from horseshoes to hand grenades, all for the privilege to be called right. And now, your hosts, Bobo and Travis.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. I'm Bobo, with you always is Travis.
Hey, guys!
Coming to you live from the 6th floor hotel room in the middle of white trash America.
Well, at least one of us is, at least. Well, yeah.
I am in the thick of it right now, buddy. I'm in the front lines, brother.
You're doing the Lord's work, huh?
No, I'm not.
Well, enjoy your hotel.
I'm traveling for work this week, so I am in the Midwest, and I am in, yeah.
What is the weather like there?
I'm in the tiniest hotel room. I feel like I'm in New York City, the size of this hotel room.
You didn't answer my question.
What'd you say?
What is the weather like there?
Oh, it's fine.
Is it warm?
It's not cold.
Because I'll tell you what, you know what's horse shit? In the middle of February, I've got my goddamn windows open.
How warm is it back home?
It was 65 when I was coming home from work today.
It's about 50 degrees here.
Yeah,
so
that's horse shit.
Yes.
I'm not happy about this.
I love it.
As I've told everybody on this podcast before, I like the cold, I like the snow, and we're getting very little of that this winter. So I'm none too pleased.
You can move farther north anytime you want, buddy.
I'd like to. There's really nothing stopping me, but yes, I would like to. And the other part about this winter that really sucks, and I'm going to have to kind of warn you and our audience, at any time I may have to go and leave this podcast because I might have to poop myself.
What?
Yeah, for some reason, I never get sick, but this winter has been fucking me over, and I got sick yet again.
You're sick again?
I came home from work yesterday, and I was super tired. I literally crawled in bed and slept all night long. I've had the Hershey squirts. I got mud butt, and and it's ravaging my body.
I will say, for someone who is sick, you never sound sick when you're sick.
I don't know what it is, but I've never.
You do a good job of hiding it, at least verbally, that you're sick, because you can't tell much by talking to you. You're sick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and the thing about it is, like, I'm genuinely never sick, and this year has hit me twice. So I'm.
You know what? Old age, man.
I guess
it's a bitch.
Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe maybe it's time for the old folks home.
You know what? I'm going to put in an application for you.
We should just record this from a senior citizen center.
I'm in it. Next week, let's do it. I'm in.
Listen up, you wrinkled old bags. It's Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, coming from your room.
Okay, well, you're sick. I'm fine other than I'm miserable in this little tiny hotel room. I mean, the Midwest has plenty of space. You think they could just build the rooms bigger? That didn't seem to be an option, apparently.
Yeah, you got to cram them in there. Because,
dude, it literally is like a New York City fucking hotel room. It's just fucking pathetic.
Which is kind of crazy because, yeah, they have the space to build it, and you would think you would want to try to entice people to come visit wherever the fuck you are, and I don't think a tiny hotel room is going to do that.
This is not working for me as a lifestyle choice.
Well, I'm sorry, but it is only temporary. We'll have you back soon.
I should send you a picture of the alarm clock in this hotel room, by the way. The downstairs, the lobby and stuff is really nice. It's like really like revamped, like nice furniture, new furniture. The room itself is okay in terms of the furniture and stuff in it. But then I saw the alarm clock. It has to be 40 years old.
Is it at least digital?
But it's like the first version of digital they ever made.
All right,
I'll send a picture. We'll put it up on the podcast because you've got to see this. It's fucking, dude. It's like a fucking relic you'd see in an antique store.
That is true. Yes, we will do that. And let me know. And it is on the website right now. So
okay.
You want to talk about the Fantasy Movie League?
Absolutely. How much time you got left?
Of course, you want to fucking talk about the Fantasy Movie League because you won.
Because my dominance cannot be stopped.
Sure. Okay. You won by the narrowest of margins. Or not the narrowest of margins, but by a small margin.
Listen, I won. I'm in first place for the week and first place overall. I am on top of the world, king of the mountain, whatever, the big honcho, the big cheese, head honcho, whatever you want to call me. That's me.
That is true. It'll be very interesting to see what your strategy going into the last 3 weeks here and see if you can fuck it up.
I've got a bold strategy. It's called win.
I have faith in you that you can keep fucking this up.
I've been on a tear. Dude, I started off slow. I'm peaking at just the right time.
All right, I'll give you that. So if you're following along at home, Bobo won this week. Andres came in second. I came in third. Big Red came in fourth. Apparently, Big Red and I have similar minds when it comes to picking our lineups this week. However, I must have edged him out in my tiebreaker.
You stupid gingers. You think alike, plan alike.
Yeah. And Derp to Derp came in fifth. Tim came in sixth. Andy came in seventh. I'm assuming Big E
yeah, he changed his name.
Okay, he changed his name. Okay, so he came in eighth. Frank came in ninth. And Family Fun Time has given up and didn't play
I think they just forgot to set their lineup for the week. They've tried every other week, so.
I guess, but boy, I mean... What,
if you were going to miss a week, though, this is the week to miss. It was a pretty low-scoring week. So
it was a pretty low-scoring week, but boy, did they fuck him over by only giving him one. How did we? He got $0.
Yep.
How is that possible? Anyways,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
But yeah, so we're not going to spend that much time on this. Bobo, overall,
let's just keep talking about it because it's awesome how awesome I am. But if you want to play with us, it's fantasymovieleague.com. The league is Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, and the password is Travis Bobo.
Yep. Overall, Bobo is still in first.
Yeah.
Derp to Derp is right behind him. Andres is
he's not. He's losing ground.
He's fine. Andres is in third. I'm in fourth. Big Red is in fifth. Tim's in sixth. Andy's in seventh. Frank's in eighth. Family Fun Time is in ninth. And Biggie is in 10th.
And Second Breakfast is yet to play.
Second Breakfast still in 11th and yet to play.
And Andres is yet to confirm his or her identity.
Right.
Which is also almost as frustrating.
I mean, yeah. I was really hoping Andres would win just so we would almost have to find out their identity, but whatever.
Hey, did we get any voicemails this week or anything like that?
We did not.
Oh, very good. Moving on then.
Very good. No, we like voicemails, but unfortunately this week nobody called us. So
we had some good ones the last couple of weeks. People are slacking off again. I should probably call back in.
Yep. I would appreciate that.
So, speaking of calling back in,
right.
We saw our boy Andy this past weekend while watching the Super Bowl.
Right.
And Andy, because he thinks I'm an idiot and says you can't tell the difference between frozen and fresh pretzel dough, brought in some pretzel nuggets he made, one bag from fresh dough and one bag from frozen. And turns out I could tell instantly which one was which.
Turns out Bobo guessed. Luckily.
Not a guess, because I'm going to throw this down to Andy again. Try it again. Bring it back to me, Andy. I'll be able to do it again.
All right, let's do round two.
He said he would call in and submit an apology, so I'm waiting.
Yeah, we're just hearing crickets over here. But
yeah, so you better call in, Andy. You better pay up, all right? Or we can try it again. I'll prove you wrong again. I can tell every time.
I didn't get to try. I didn't get to do the taste test, but I would like to. I would have liked to have been a part of that. And see if I could taste difference, because at this point, I do not believe you. And that's all there is to it.
You're going to be a believer. We're going to have some food-oriented podcast soon, because we've got some other food challenges we have to have going on. I've got Derp yelling at me at the gym every day about a nugget challenge she wants to have. Okay. I get a lot of texts from people about things they want to do on the podcast. Also, I was talking about last week about the sugar and how I don't eat sugar this year.
Right, yep.
And I said the only day I eat sugar is my birthday, and you said it'd be nice if you could record it. Well, I got a lot of text messages and a lot of phone calls about that you absolutely should record your one day of eating sugar on your birthday, so I'm going to do it for the podcast.
All right, good.
For science. I'm just going to call in every time I eat something with sugar and just leave a voicemail of me just chewing on whatever it is.
So, and speaking of that, so as everybody knows, we're in the middle of the movie season, we'll call it.
Yes, we are.
Where we're watching the Oscar nominated and the Razzie nominated and Bobo's superhero category. And the one movie that I'm really having trouble finding in a convenient location is Holmes and Watson. So, I'm going to throw this out there right now, Bobo. Would you rather, because I'm sure I'll be the only one in the theater if I've got to go to the theater to see this. Would you rather me call in and leave voicemails in the middle of the movie or live tweet it?
No, I think you should call in and leave voicemails.
All right, if I'm the only one in the theater, I will call in and leave voicemails. If not, I'm going to be, if I'm not the only one in the theater, I will be live tweeting it. So, you might
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Would you like to place wagers on if you'll be the only person in the theater or not?
I don't. Maybe.
And B, even if there's someone else in the theater, do you really care if you call in during it? Like, do they care?
Listen. I wouldn't do that.
Why the fuck are you going to watch that movie now unless you have this sick desire like we do?
I don't know.
I don't either.
That's a good point. But
it is.
I'm not going to do that to somebody. They're gonna pay whatever money it is, and I don't want to take away from their experience.
I think you're doing them a fucking favor.
Maybe, so yeah. So if for some reason I'm not the only one in there, again, I'll be live tweeting it. So make sure you follow us, pwthepodcast.com or pwthepodcast on Twitter. And maybe there'll be some funny there. Maybe not. You got to tune in to check out.
I'm into that. I can't wait.
All right. So
how many movies you have left to watch?
I got a bunch. This weekend was not. This was not a productive weekend for me.
Okay. I think I have like 5 left, and I'm gonna get to one of them. I think tomorrow night.
Okay.
And I'll probably get to another one probably on the plane ride home on Friday. I think I'll be mostly done by the end of this weekend.
Okay. I'm hoping to tackle. Now, let me ask you a question. How are you doing these movies?
Say what?
How are you picking which movies you watch? Just out of curiosity.
So I basically I don't really have a system. I just put all the movies on a list and I see which. I just start going by name and finding probably by ease of how I can find them. Okay. Like for instance, bam, Roma's on Netflix, easy one, knock that out. All of a sudden, Ant-Man's on Netflix, boom, knock that out. So. Yeah, and
I'm trying to do like a good movie and a bad movie, then a good movie, then a bad. Like I'm trying to space it out.
I have no system for that.
Because
it's mostly by ease of how I find them.
Because I don't want to be influenced by like watching like 2 good movies back to back. Like I'd like to kind of, I don't know. That's just my system of doing it.
I find the genres and stuff are usually so different, even from the bad movies and the good movies, that that doesn't really play into it with me.
Right. All right.
It is interesting though when I watch a bad movie and a good movie back to back sometimes, and I start to question if one of them's truly that bad or the other one's truly that good though.
See, that's I can subscribe to that, and that's what I want to try to see. Because I also like to let the movie settle in a little bit. So where if like I like a movie or if I dislike a movie, I want to try to let it settle in, let it kind of think about the movie and see if that actually holds up. Because there have been movies out there that I've watched that the more I thought about them, like the week after watching it, the more I really like the movie.
I find myself now, this is our 3rd year of doing this.
Right.
I find myself watching them more like a critic now than I did 3 years ago. Yeah. Like I'm looking for common themes and elements in good movies and bad movies, and I'm getting a more discerning eye for it. I really do feel that.
Well, we'll see. Because I would say you probably are, but I'm wondering if that is influencing your liking of movies that you wouldn't have liked in the past.
I think I'm going to have some interesting takes on some movies based on how I'm watching them now.
All right.
That I hope the audience appreciates, or I hope they listen to it at least, even if they disregard it, but maybe they'll consider it. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, we'll see. So.
I hope some listeners are at home watching along with us, especially the superheroes or the bad movies. I mean, the good movies are whatever. You see a good movie, you see a good movie. I'm more interested in their thoughts on the bad ones.
Really? See, I'm less interested on the bad ones because anybody can make a bad movie.
Yeah, but I'm more surprised when there's a hot take on, a bad movie they think is actually good. That surprises me way more than people that watch a good movie and say, I wasn't that thrilled by it.
Yeah. Okay. But I can see that. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm more. Yeah. I'm. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the bad movies at this point, but we'll get to it in our upcoming episodes. So
we'll get to it. I got a lot of thoughts. I got a lot of good haikus. But I got one that's very problematic that'll probably get us taken off the air. But you know.
And the thing about it is, now that you set that bar, I've got to try to one up you.
No, you don't.
I kind of do. Like I really kind of, because I feel like, how are you approaching? Okay, this is a good question. How are you approaching your haikus?
Depends on how the movie leaves me feeling, mood-wise.
Okay. Are you talking more about your feelings of the movie, or are you giving synopsis of the movies, a little bit of a blend? How do you think you're approaching it?
Again, it probably depends on my mood when I come out of the movie, to be honest with you, because I write them right after I watch the movie.
I have been trying to do that.
It's all based on emotion. Just knee-jerk emotional, reckless speculation, caution to the wind, boom.
Yeah.
Pen to paper.
I'm trying to do that, but this last one that I watched, I've come up blank on what I want to say about it. And I think
I can't wait to talk about it. It's going to take 2 episodes to talk about all these movies. I can't wait.
Oh, absolutely. So,
I'm sure excited. I hope everyone else is watching too, so they can be into it. If not, start checking them out. You'll have a good time. My list is on the episode. Was it 108?
I'll have to fact check that one.
The superhero movie category.
Did I put that?
You should watch along with that one. We're having a good time though. I'm having a good time watching these movies. 30 are doing it. I'm excited.
I don't remember if I put the list up on our website.
Well, you should, or you should tweet it out or something.
Yeah, maybe
we'll make sure it's on the Facebook. We'll make sure it's on.
Yeah, we'll do
and the website and the Instagram. We'll make sure it's everywhere. I promise. By the time you're listening to this episode, it'll be there.
Yep, we'll absolutely do that. So
okay,
all right. So you want to move on to? Let's talk about. And I always like doing this because it kind of shows what kind of gamer I am. But let's go with my year in review from PlayStation.
Okay.
All right. So, because I like to do this, and I like to have you guess on some of these things. So the first thing it does is in 2018, I played a certain amount of games. Okay.
Okay. Can I take a guess the over under on the number of games you played?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put if the over under is 5, I'm gonna put the under. I think you played 4 games last year.
Okay. You are going to be very surprised.
Really?
I played 14 games last year.
14?
Yep. So
okay.
Yes, and I'm that kind of surprised me as well. Now there are 1 or 2 games in there that I can remember that maybe I started and I never played or never finished. But yeah, 14 games last year.
What's the game I'll be most surprised you played?
I don't have. It doesn't give me a list of all 14 games. So I'm actually
one of the ones you know.
Ooh. Let's see. What did I play last year that would surprise you? Let me think about that one and get back to you on that one. Because I want.
Okay.
So there are top 3 games of last year.
Well, I know top 3.
Okay, go ahead.
Red Dead.
Okay.
GTA.
Okay.
And I had the third one in my head and I just forgot what it was. I don't think it was Fortnite. I know you played a little bit of Fortnite with us, but I don't think that counts in the top 3.
Right.
I want to see it's one of those single player what's that? It's like a single player game. It's like a first person game.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like a Fallout type game. I forget the name of the game though.
Okay. You are correct on 2 of those.
Yeah, I know I nailed those 2. GTA and Red Dead.
No, GTA is not up there.
What?
GTA is not in my top games.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I am not. So, Red Dead Redemption 2 is in 3rd place.
Yeah, because it came out later in the year, so.
So, it came out in the end of October. And I will tell you right now, December, I hardly played video games at all. and I amassed 43 hours of playing that game in November.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So number 2 is Far Cry 5.
That's it. That's the one, Far Cry. Yep.
I figured Far Cry was what you were thinking of. Yes.
Yeah.
So Far Cry 5 I played in 70 hours. And number 1 is Far Cry 4.
Okay.
So I'll give you 2.5 correct on that one.
I didn't realize you'd played 2 different versions of the game, so I would have guessed Far Cry 5.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I at the beginning of the year, I think I played Far Cry 4, and then as the last one came out,
How many hours was that?
85 hours.
You don't play a lot of video games.
Well, let's get to that.
Sure.
So my top genre is obviously first-person shooter. That's
right.
Yes. So total. Do you want to go? So do you want to go total hours of gameplay throughout the year?
I'm going to guess it's if you put the over under at 350, I would take the under.
You'd be correct. It is 295.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it's 295. The funny part about it is of that is 266 locally and 29 hours online.
Right, because you don't play a lot of online games anymore.
No, not really.
You're not part of our Fortnite crew.
No, I've kind of gotten out of that. What do you think my longest streak of consecutive hours played is?
Well, it'd probably be during Red Dead 2. I would guess 8 hours.
Okay. You'd be incorrect, but it is 6 hours.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I possibly Red Dead. I don't know. That it is kind of a slower moving game.
Do you know what's funny about that?
What's that?
I played Red Dead 2. I've beaten the game, just so you people know. And if you're playing it, you should stop because it's not worth it.
You are
my
out
longest
of your
streak
mind.
this year. I looked at my year in review as well.
Oh, you did?
Sure. My longest streak playing was 13 hours.
13 hours?
And it was Red Dead 2.
Really?
I powered through that game, Travis. I beat it. Remember, I told you guys, like, what was it, 10 days?
Yeah, you did power through it. See,
I powered through it.
I feel like you played that game wrong. I mean, I know that's kind of an arbitrary.
So here's how I play the game. I like to beat the regular game first,
right,
and then go back and do it like I did in GTA. Then go back and do all the other fun stuff.
But are you going back and doing the other fun stuff?
In GTA, I did. I do not like Red Dead 2. I don't think it's worth. I did not like anything about the game.
Oh my god. I'm enjoying the see. I get to a certain point in a game and I want to get all the other stuff out of the way. That way, when I complete the story mode, nothing was left. Like there's sometimes that you can't do stuff after you complete the game.
Correct.
So I don't want to miss out on any of that. So that's why
I will tell you that you're doing it the right way because that will happen in this game as well.
Right. So
you're doing it the right way.
I am slowing down and I'm really doing. Although I will tell you, some of the challenges in fucking Red Dead are hard. Like
I don't care.
Yes, I know you don't care. I'm just surprised on and they're like the lower. There's a lot of the challenges. There's 10 challenges you have to do, and I mean like 3 or 4, and the challenge is really difficult for me to do. So anyways.
Yeah, I found it really hard also to pay attention while playing that game. Yeah.
Oh really? Okay. So of the days played in 2018, how many do you think I played?
How many days?
Yes.
200.
Ooh, okay. No, it's 133.
Really? That's it?
I mean, it's a third of a year.
So that's not. Again, I roll with a lot of gamers. The hours, like you said, 300 hours, Travis. I bet you I play that many games, and I probably in 2 months I cover that.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm not a huge gamer by any stretch.
No. On 300 hours is less than an hour a day.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
like I go in ebbs and flows too. Like a lot of time if I can go a week or 2 or whatever without playing, and yeah, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, because your hours show. I mean, 133 days, 300 hours is when you sit down to play. You're playing for like 3 hours at a stretch.
Right. Yeah, I try to pack it all in. So apparently my prime gaming hours are daytime, which is I'm kind of shocked.
You think Sunday during the day, maybe Saturday, Sunday during the day?
You tell me what's my prime day.
Oh, I'm gonna guess Saturday, Sunday.
Well, there can only be one, just like the Highlander.
Sunday.
It is Saturday. I'm actually shocked by that one. I didn't think Saturdays are my big days.
I'm not, because you probably wake up Saturday midday, and you don't do much till Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. You know what I mean? Saturday morning, you probably dick around.
Yeah, kind of.
Hey, listen, PlayStation 4 year review doesn't lie. You are dicking around on Saturday mornings. Don't fucking lie to me.
You're absolutely right. I would never have guessed that. But
turns out you dick around Saturday mornings.
I will say, and this is this will tell you a lot about me. My games, 7 of the 14 that I played this year were the free downloaded games that you can get on PlayStation Plus.
That is typical Travis.
Actually, I mean they've released some pretty good games.
How many of those are erotic dating simulators?
None. There is not enough. That's what I meant to say.
That's the right answer.
I will. There was a game called the game that would probably shock you the most that I played through, and I'll tell you I didn't finish it. Is a game called Until Dawn. Do you know that one?
No.
It's like the Telltale games where it's kind of a choose your own adventure game.
Okay.
And I do not like those.
I'm also making a choose your own adventure game. It's called 14 Beers at Chili's.
I choose beer every time.
I'm looking for a couple. I'm trying to crew up and go to Chili's and act that out in real time if anyone else is interested. So.
14 beers at Chili's. I don't have that kind of money.
14 beers at Chili's. Choose your own adventure. Who knows what will happen next?
I guess. I like that. I like that 29 hours of online play. Okay.
Which I'm guessing is mostly GTA Online and a little bit of Fortnite.
So, yeah, apparently I stopped playing with you guys of Fortnite this year because 27 of those hours are GTA.
Yeah. You should be playing Fortnite with us. It's a lot of fun.
It's not my game. Just
so what? It's just bullshitting around with your friends, shooting poning noobs, whatever.
Yeah. No, it's just not my game. It's not yeah, I don't know.
It's funny because you and our friend Dizzle, and I think Trashman as well, play video games a whole different way than, let's say, Uncle Hare and I do.
Yes, absolutely.
Because like Andy and the voice of the podcast, Matt, and Uncle Hare and I, we play a lot of Fortnite together. Right. And we play video games as like a social thing. We get together online and play games. We don't really care what the games are necessarily. We all play Fortnite because it's easy, it's free, we all know how to play, whatever. But that's what we do. It's like a social interaction. Whereas you guys play games to play games. And when you do it, it's like a single player, that's it, I'm playing by myself sort of thing.
Yeah, I've become more of that lately. I do like playing online. I just Fortnite. If we could go back,
the hours don't beg to show that out though.
But because there's nothing I really like online right now that you guys will play.
Oh, we play anything. I think that's the misconception. If you said, "Hey, I have this game I want to play online," I guarantee you, Uncle Harry will be, let's do it. Guaranteed.
Yeah, I know. It's just also very hard for me to like. I would hate doing that because it would get your hopes up. It would get your hopes up that like I could, because from my stats, apparently I play Saturday mornings a lot.
Right.
And you guys aren't going to play Saturday mornings. And so
no, we mostly play Friday nights because we have no lives.
Yeah, like I do stuff Friday nights, but
jerking off doesn't count.
Yeah, sure it does. Definitely does, but
Travis is just home in the bathroom on Friday night fucking himself blind.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just rubbing myself raw.
Yep.
Oh shit! You know what? I bet you
don't know anything.
I just thought about this. I bet you those 3 hours that I wasn't playing GTA Online, that was not Fortnite. I don't think I played Fortnite at all this year with you guys.
What'd you play?
That Friday the 13th game.
Oh, was that? Oh, what was that game called we played for one night?
It's called Friday the 13th.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking at it right now.
It's not Friday the 13th.
It is. It's a Jason game. Oh no, wait, no, it's not. It wasn't. It was a knockoff. That's right.
It's like called Till Sunrise or something like that.
You're right. It is. You're absolutely right. It is. It's a Friday the 13th knockoff.
Yeah. What is that game called though? You're right. We did play that once, and that's probably what those other 2 hours are.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but anyways, last thing for my summary of the months. Which month do you think that I played the most hours in?
November.
You'd be incorrect.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I was shocked too.
What month?
Two of them are tied. It is May and September. I don't know why.
That's very weird.
I played 46 hours in both months. Yeah. It does
Wow.
seem, the funny part about it is, it does seem I play more games in the summer months than I do in the other ones.
Oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense. You don't like being outside because it's hot, so you like to sit inside in the AC and play video games.
I guess so. But
Story
anyways,
checks out.
that is my recap in PlayStation gear.
I should get some of my real gamer friends that I play with and ask them during our next LAN party to print out their PlayStation year in review and see how many games they played and their hours logged and stuff for the year. I think it would blow people's minds.
This isn't a pissing contest. We're not trying to. We're not.
Yeah, I know it's not a contest. You're not even in the same league as these guys.
Right, I know. We're not measuring dicks here. Like, leave me alone.
No. I'm not saying it's a bad or a good thing. I'd be interested to see what a real video game aficionado plays in a year.
Right. Oh yeah, I'd love to just see what Dizzle or what Jeremy's his.
Oh, I was thinking more than him. I think he plays. But he's a person that likes video games. I'm talking about someone who he loves them too. I don't know. That'd be weird.
Yeah, I'd be curious what his totals are.
I bet you I'd love to take a guess on that. We should ask him if he's willing to share that with us.
He doesn't get these emails.
You can look it up though.
I wonder if he would. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll get back to you on that one.
We'll see. Okay, we'll update the listeners. We'll see what happens.
Let's get to the actual point of this episode, I think.
Okay. Yeah, recapping the prop bets from last week.
Right.
So let's first talk roughly. If you don't remember, if you didn't listen to last week's episode, go back and listen to it. We did prop bets where Travis and I placed bets on the Super Bowl prop bets. Those ridiculous prop bets.
Right.
We watched the Super Bowl together on Sunday, and it was the most boring Super Bowl I think I've ever watched.
This is insanity. This is the first fucking game I've watched this year, and that's the bullshit that is presented to me.
Yep. No, it taught you a lesson. You know what? Watch more games.
No, I'll watch less.
I mean, you and everyone else in America, because the numbers bear it out that it was not. I mean, it was a pretty boring game.
I'll tell you what. I was gonna say, if the Patriots are in it next year, and they will be, I don't think I'll watch. But if there's a party going on, then I'll probably go to the party. But I don't know. I was so bored this year.
Again, I'll watch because the odds of being a game like that again next year aren't that great. I mean, last year's game wasn't like that. It was the same teams. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's just it's very little to do with like the excitement of the game. I'm fucking tired of seeing the Patriots win.
I think I appreciate now because we're never going to see anything like this again. I kind of like being there. It was kind of like when I was a kid. I used to watch the Bulls win every championship for a few years there. That was cool too. I still remember that. One of my great childhood memories is watching Michael Jordan hit all those jump shots and stuff in the playoffs. So
yeah, okay, no, that is true. I mean, I can appreciate what is going on.
So that someday when you're old and kids are like, "Oh man, remember this team's won like 2 years already." But I remember watching the Patriots and it was boring as fuck.
Right.
That's how often they won. They won so much it was boring. You get to be that guy, fucking pissing contest winner there. So.
Yeah. All right. So let's go over some of these bets then. These prop bets.
Yes. So I'll recap. What I'm going to do is I'll just tell you the bet, and I'll tell you, and you try to guess the result, or if you remember it, and I'll tell you what actually happened. Travis,
okay.
All right.
All right.
So the first bet was any player to kneel during the national anthem. We both bet no on this,
and we were both correct.
We were both correct. Yes, that no one kneeled during the national anthem at the Super Bowl, which I'm actually surprised.
I'm not. I'm not for the reason like. Listen, Bob Kraft. His team. I'm guessing nobody's gonna fucking kneel.
Oh yeah, trust me. I'm sure Belichick's not gonna let someone kneel on his team. I didn't think the Rams would be that, but they were. So
yeah.
So the next bet we both placed about was, would Gladys Knight omit a word from the national anthem? You bet yes. I bet no.
Okay.
What do you think happened there?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I did not see this at all. So I'm gonna guess I did not win this one. She did not.
You lost this bet. She did not miss a word.
Okay.
However, in looking at the results of this, it has happened a lot in the past that someone has messed up the national anthem. So it was not as bad a bet as you thought it was.
Okay.
It's happened plenty of times before.
All right.
Just to give you an idea, there is some precedent for why that bet exists.
Okay.
Next bet we both bet on. Gladys Knight's microphone. Would it be on a stand, not on a stand, or would she be wearing a headset? We both bet it would not be on a mic stand.
And we were correct?
We were correct, which was not, actually the favorite was on a mic stand.
Oh.
So we actually won a decent amount of money by it not being on a mic stand.
Hey, look at us.
Yes. Pretty proud of us. Now, here comes the fun one. The length of the national anthem. You bet the over, I bet the under. The over-under was 1:50.
She went over.
She went over. It was super long. It was like 1:59.
Do you know there's been some controversy about this?
Yes, because, and it's not controversial. It's people that don't understand how it's written.
Right.
It's not when the music starts. It's when the first word starts.
The controversy is, no, it's not even when even when the music starts. The controversy is also she repeated a word at the end.
Yes, true.
So a lot of people are saying some people are saying, well, it should be over whenever she was done, or whenever she said home of the brave, and then she repeated brave. But so there's some controversy.
Yeah. So, and some sports books actually refunded the money because of it.
Did they really?
Yes.
Wow.
Some sports books actually went with the first brave and they paid the under.
Jesus. I tell you what.
Yes.
Bookies are getting soft.
So, yeah. Anyways, I can't believe there's controversy about that.
I know.
Whatever.
Listen, I mean, their controversy over the Super Bowl is just it's predictable, and it's just made up. Nobody actually gives a shit about this. Nobody cares that Adam Levine's nipples were out, but yet, it's now a controversy because he had his shirt off. Yeah, I don't know.
Can we talk about his tattoos for a second?
You know what? Our group of friends has been talking about this, and I saw one that I should have sent to all of us, or to our group that I didn't.
Yeah.
That I didn't. Did you see the one that who wore it better? It's Adam Levine next to a Chipotle bag. Yeah. That, like, I saw that one. I was like, okay, that's great.
You need to send that to me when you're done.
Well, you know what? Just go to our website because it's up there now.
All right, great. pwdpodcast.com. Anyways, the best one I saw was, the comment was, even his tattoos look like they were focus grouped.
That is
because they look too like perfect. Like some record AR exec said, "Hey, these are the tattoos you're gonna get." We tried these out and they went through the roof in testing.
The other one I saw is he has the headstock of a guitar tattooed on his ribs.
Yeah, and
it's an Epiphone, and it says, and like the comment I saw is, "Now you can afford that Gibson." if you don't know guitars, Epiphone is the lower brand of Gibson guitars. It's the cheaper model.
Yes, it's like the Honda to Acura.
Sure. Yes. So.
Yeah, or more like the Plymouth to Dodge. Let's put it that way.
That is an old reference.
Is that a deep pull now?
That is a deep. Honestly, yeah. When's the last time they made Plymouth?
Dude, I'm sorry. That was a pretty. I can't believe that's a deep pull.
That is an old reference.
But it's a very valid one. No, it's the Plymouth to Chrysler.
Still is,
because Dodge is the mid-level brand back then. It was Chrysler, Dodge, and Plymouth.
You've lost me.
Sorry. Anyways, moving on.
It's okay.
The next bet we had was any player throwing a ball into the stands after a touchdown. Turns out the game only had one touchdown.
And I didn't even see it, so I'm assuming I lost this one?
You bet yes, I bet no, and they did not throw it into the stands because it was too valuable a ball to waste when there was only one of them.
Yeah, seriously. Well,
so the answer would be no.
Plus, that one was the deflated one. You don't throw that ball away.
Right, exactly. Well, it wasn't even, it was a rushing touchdown, so the deflation didn't matter.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So next one. Bill Belichick referred to the game as a genius. Yes or no? We both bet yes.
We won this one.
We won this one. He was referred to as a genius. Like within the first minute. Next one. The color of the liquid poured on the winning coach. I bet yellow. You bet blue.
I did, and I did not watch. As soon as the Rams missed the field goal, I just turned it off. I forget what I was watching. It was probably The Office, but I just turned the channel. So what was the color?
The answer to this is, Travis, you were right. It was blue.
Was it really?
Your research, and because of you, Trashman and I also bet blue for real online.
Yes.
I bet yellow on this with us, but when we put money to in our mouths, so to speak,
right?
I bet blue, so I made a lot of money off that. So thank you.
So did Matt then too.
Right.
Yeah, look at that. Hey, I'd like a cut of those winnings.
That was the only prop bet we won, basically. We lost so Trashman and Matt and I all put some money on the game, some prop bets ourselves. We lost like all of them except for this bet.
Damn, I should have put some money on that.
Because a lot of ours were about scoring. We bet like, the over-under on like the points and the number of touchdowns and like the lengths of throws and stuff.
Yeah.
We lost like all of them.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah. So, household shares number, Nielsen rating, over under 71.5.
This was under.
We both bet the under, and we were way right. It was like a 67 share, which was, they're on a pretty long down. Let's see. Yep. So in 2016 it was 72. 17 it was 70, and 18 it was 68, and this year was 67.
Yeah. It was the lowest in like 10 years, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ironically enough, though, the 30-second ad spot was the highest it's ever been cost-wise. It was $5.25 million.
That is insane to me because increasingly I feel like the commercials are insignificant. Like and especially this year. But we can talk about that after we're done with these prop betting because I do want to talk about the commercials. Just
I do
for
too.
A
So
second.
we'll come back to that.
Okay.
So we put some prop bets on a streaker during the game. There was no streaker.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yes.
So that bet void. We bet on security tackling, but there was no streaker.
Right.
And now we also bet on the Maroon 5 song sung at halftime. The over-under was 4. We both bet the over.
I think we won this.
We won it with 7.5.
Was it 7 songs that they did?
Yep.
Oh, wait. Now, the part of the bet was that they had to be originals. Did that mean that they didn't have to be originals of Maroon 5?
I don't know, but I know the bet paid out for 7.5. So
because I think Maroon 5 songs they only played 4 or 5 of them.
Okay.
So,
well, we still would have won anyways then.
Right.
So.
Correct. Yeah. So.
Tiger Woods mentioned during the broadcast. Yes or no? We both bet no.
He was not.
He was not.
Oh.
I think that was the last one we bet. That was it.
Oh, that's funny. How about did we look up the Tony Romo? Because that is the poll for the week.
What was the Tony Romo one? What was the bet?
Would he say, "Here we go"?
Oh, okay.
That was our poll for the week. So what do you have any knowledge of that one off the top of your head or no?
I don't, but I'll look it up. So
Okay.
hang on a second.
I'd like to talk about while Bobo is doing his research there. I would like to talk about the commercials a little bit
Sure.
because I do feel like this year was especially watered down. There is only one commercial. I shouldn't say that. Maybe 2 commercials that I enjoyed. And the one, and stop me whenever you have the information, Bubbo.
Okay. You can talk. I can talk about it while I'm looking it up. So I'm not
Okay.
sure I'm going to find this one or not. So
The one that I liked was the chunky milk. And
that was a great one.
I have no idea who it's by or what the commercial is for. But it was a goddamn great commercial.
Dude, Chunky Milk was just funny to me.
Yeah. I don't like, and the funny thing about it is, I hear people talking about the commercials, and like the best and the worst commercials of the year, and nobody's talking about it.
The commercials were pretty crappy.
Yeah, but like, I'm starting to think that my humor, maybe not what is most people's humor, because I'll be honest with you, when you think of the best Super Bowl commercial, I know exactly what you're thinking.
What?
You tell me, what is the best Super Bowl commercial?
This year?
No, at all. Overall.
Oh, all time?
Yes.
Dude, that's a tough ask, like on a whim like that.
Really? Because I would think your answer would be on the tip of your tongue.
Really? Why?
Because I think the Is it Larry Tate, the Office linebacker? Terry Tate. Was it Terry Tate, the Office linebacker?
Oh, okay. Those were good commercials. Yeah.
I figured that one would be your favorite.
I don't know. Those are pretty good.
And I'll tell you what. I have a favorite Super Bowl commercial. And in fact, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, it was definitely a Super Bowl commercial. But I'll post it on the website. It's on the website right now, so you can go and watch it. Because
so Tony Romo saying "Here we go" was the under. 2.5 was the over under. It was the under.
Oh, he did under. Wow,
he did under because there was no game, nothing happening in the game, so it was not a lot of "Here we go" because nothing exciting was happening.
That's true. All right, so it was the under. Anyways, my favorite Super Bowl commercial of all time. I had to even look this up. Is for a company called Bright Store Storage Software Company, and I would play it on air for everybody, but it's very much a visual commercial. Basically, this guy, the CEO, is walking in the hallway, and everybody that is keeping the information for him gets knocked out in one way or another. And I think it's a fucking hilarious commercial. And again, it's on pwthepodcast.com right now if you'd like to watch
Tates
it.
Are pretty good. You're right. I keep remembering those. The commercial that I really liked though was the old school Apple commercial.
Which one? The 1984 commercial?
Yes.
That one? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the most iconic Super Bowl commercial of all time.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, that's what. So I guarantee you don't even remember the commercial I was just describing.
Nope, not at all.
But I wonder if you went back and watched it if you would remember. So maybe take a chance and go watch it. But I have no idea. But it always stands out to me as I died laughing watching that commercial when it first aired.
I'll have to can you put a link to it? Did we find it somewhere?
It's good. You mean right now, or it's on our website?
Okay, yeah, okay. So the listeners can go check it out.
Yes, it's on our website. So yeah, it's a great commercial. Although I will say it's so old, it's not an HD. So,
really?
Yeah. I don't know what year. I honestly don't know. I mean, it was published in 2010 on YouTube, but I don't know what year it actually came out.
Man, I'm looking up the Terry Tate Office linebacker commercials. Those were from 2003.
Really?
That's how old they are, dude.
Wow. I didn't realize that either. But yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. Any bright spots other than chunky milk for you this year?
The Amazon commercial with Harrison Ford was pretty good, I thought.
You know what? I don't think I saw that one.
That one was okay. Did you see the ASMR one?
I did look that up after you asked.
So
you said
it was
something.
Budweiser did an ASMR commercial, which I thought was hysterical since we were on that bandwagon months ago.
It's Michelob Ultra, not Bud Light.
Oh, is it Michelob Ultra?
Yes.
No, I thought it was Bud. I thought it was whatever. And it doesn't fucking matter. That commercial sucked. So just like our podcast that week sucked. Sorry.
I mean, it was like it's a thing now. Like they've brought it to the forefront. I wonder how popular it actually was though. Like if some like kids were like fanboying out.
I don't know. I don't think it was that. I think what people thought was weird was the consensus.
Oh, I'm sure because it is weird.
Yeah, because mostly little like preteen girls are into that stuff, and then you start throwing it out to the masses, and dudes are like, "What is this?"
Also, the other part about it is for that to really work, you'd have to be in kind of a quiet room. Well, who fucking watches the Super Bowl by themselves?
Right. Exactly.
Like everybody goes to a party of some sort. You know, whether it's just like a little gathering or, or a huge gathering, it's still kind of loud. Like, we didn't hear half the commercials.
The best part, though, is that it now has ruined the ASMR stuff for, like, the masses now. Because, like, now that it's, like, on the Super Bowl, that fad's over. It's done. Put a fork in it.
I doubt that, but it's going to be hilarious to see how it is monetized and how it's monetized even more now for the masses. It will be funny to see if that movement has been taken over.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyways.
So, yeah, I was pretty disappointed with the commercials in general. I think we've hit the point where they're trying way too hard now.
I see, yeah, like, I don't know. I like the days of, like, trying to shock us with these commercials. Now,
yes, the problem is there's just too many misses now among the few hits.
Right. Oh, I agree.
Like, dude, they had fucking Big Lebowski in a beer commercial.
Yeah. That is
what
true.
the fuck are they thinking? How do they think that's fucking going to play with anybody? Because if you're a true fucking Big Lebowski fan, it's White Russians or die, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, they're right. How did Kahlua not tap him for a commercial?
They should. See, stuff like that just drives me wild. Like, they think we're buying into anything if you put like an old retro spin on it now. We're not that fucking stupid.
Some of us are.
Okay, some of us are. I'm not that stupid.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm not drinking. Was it Stella? Was that commercial for Stella?
It is for Stella.
Yeah, I'm not drinking Stella. I'm boycotting Stella. I'm done with them. That's it. I'll never have a Stella the rest of my life, which, again, I probably never even had one before. But just so you know, you're on notice, Stella. You're fucked.
I think you did have one here on the podcast.
Okay, I've had one Stella my whole life.
And
From now on, though, I only drink fucking alcoholic water, as we know.
I do like Stella. The problem is the bottles are smaller than most everybody else's. So
it's tricks. See, they're tricking you. They're trying to trick you every way they can, Travis. You got to boycott them with me.
Right. Yes. Yep. So, just to kind of wrap up this prop bet and move on to end times, we do need to talk about, just for a second, the gambler in Nevada that bet $250 that the Rams would only score 3 points.
Wow.
This guy, he turned $250 into $100,000.
That's fucking wild.
At a 400 to 1 odds bet. Yeah, Do
you think when Legatron, Greg Zerline, was lining up for that fucking field goal at the very end of the game and he missed it wide right, he just fucking turned to the closest person and just punched him right in the face? He was so excited.
Maybe, probably. Like,
I mean, can you imagine the excitement? Like, you've had 3 points. Like, you bet $250. There's a minute to go. They are rushing down, and all of a sudden they have to kick a field goal and try to get an onside kick to win the game. And they're lined up for that kick, and you're sitting there like, if he misses this kick, you're getting $100,000.
I didn't even think about that. I kind of forgot that about the kick, and that's exactly what happened.
He was just sitting there, and that kick went wide right. You think he was like the happiest man in America at one point? Like, I can only imagine the emotions that went through his head.
That is true. Wow. That is a good point. That's fun. I like that he felt confident enough that the Rams would only score 3 points to throw down.
But I mean, it was like
$250.
It's not like he went broke making that bet. But man, if you're that invested, you've gone through the whole game. You get right to that kick, and you're like, oh my god, if he misses this kick, like miss it, and then he misses it, and you're just fucking going crazy. How excited I can! Oh man.
Now, that is a good point. And I have a quick question for you, Bobo, that I just thought about, because you make a really good point. So he went through the whole game nervous that they may score more than 3 points.
Yep.
Does that affect your betting style, knowing that could possibly happen? That, for a lot of this game, that guy was on the edge of his seat, wondering if he was. Does that maybe make it so you want to bet a little higher next time? Like, they'll only score 14 points?
No, it probably doesn't pay out nearly as much. 3 points for the Rams is like an anomaly.
That's true. All right. I'm just curious, because, boy, that I don't know. I mean, obviously, I want the $100,000, but that is stress that I don't. I'm not.
Oh, dude, I bet you that game was stressful as fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because when you're betting the under on the number of points and things, you want things to not happen, which is way more stressful than rooting for things to happen.
Right.
Because every play can fuck you.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
Whereas if you're betting the other way and you're betting like for a touchdown, like there's always hope.
Right.
I think that's a way better way to live in general, is always with hope than hoping for something not to happen.
I agree. I 100%
Let's move on to end times, though.
Okay. Let's move on.
What do you got for me?
You want to set this one up, or you want me to?
You set it up.
Okay. So this week, a gentleman named Gerald Cotton. Yeah, Gerald Cotton. He is the CEO and co-founder of Quadriga. Quadriga?
Yep.
Am I saying that right? Quadriga CX. Okay. And the reason why we're mentioning this is, unfortunately, he died. And we don't really care, so we're not going to hold a moment of silence for him. But the problem is, he died with a very important password. And that password is to $145 million. I'm sorry, $190 million of cryptocurrency.
Yes.
And so I find this funny that one guy has a fucking password and now some people are out $190 million in cryptocurrency.
So I'm way more into cryptocurrency than you are. So let's talk about this for a second. This is a very interesting article.
Right.
So this guy, he was a 30-year-old Canadian entrepreneur. He ran this exchange where you buy and sell cryptocurrency. That's what it's an exchange.
Right.
I guess as a way of protecting some of these assets, they had this money in what they call cold storage, which is you have it in an offline wallet, an offline account, basically.
Right.
And the only way to access this account is with the password. And he died, and they cannot find the password anywhere. So there's no other way. It's just a password. And it's like going to a bank and not having the key for the safety deposit box. Like the key doesn't exist. That's literally what it is. Think of it in that terms if you don't understand cryptocurrency. The key for this box does not. Like someone just turned the knob on a password on a vault and forgot the password.
Right.
So everyone's first thought, though, I'm sure your thought, Travis, is let's just hack it. Let's just crack it.
Right. That should be possible.
Let me tell you something, though. And this is going to be interesting because if that happens, if it turns out like in a week or 2 weeks, they say like authorities have cracked this password or cracked this account.
Right.
I and a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money.
Yep. Yeah, because
the whole point of cryptocurrency is it's anonymous and that without the password, without this stuff being with their encrypted passwords and without these recovery keys, you cannot access them. If it turns out authorities can get this money in a couple weeks, everyone that has cryptocurrency is fucked because the price is going to drop to almost zero.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, this is a very big deal to people.
I like that. I like that this guy. So this Mr. Cotton, he had Crohn's disease. All right. And so my question was, Bobo and I were preparing for this, is how do you fucking die from Crohn's disease? Because I don't know that much about it. And Bobo's response was, oh, well, it can flare up and you can die. Like, it's not uncommon. And that can happen.
Well, I wouldn't say it's not uncommon. But, like, you can get things such as obstructions or abscesses because of it. And what happened was, Travis, he was traveling and he was in India at the time.
Oh, India will kill anyone.
Well, I'm just thinking it might have been something with the water or something he ate, and it could have flared up his Crohn's disease. And he's also in a country where they don't have as great medical care as Canada.
I'm just like I'm just how do you not have something planned for that though? You have a disease that can end in death.
Absolutely correct.
And you don't have a plan for millions of dollars in cryptocurrency, which 46 million of it was Bitcoin.
I mean, Travis, let's be honest. I want to talk about this next week. For our listeners, if you haven't watched the Fire Festival documentaries on Hulu and Netflix, go do it. We're going to talk about it next week.
Okay.
But again, because there are entrepreneurs out there doing crazy, wild, reckless stuff, just like this, not having backup passwords or people that have passwords or stuff. Like there's things even more crazy than that. We'll talk about some of them next week. So I'm not surprised.
Okay. All right. Well, I look forward to hearing more about crazy CEOs because I think this is hilarious.
I do too, and I'm really hoping, honestly, I feel bad for these people that had their money in this exchange, and I feel bad that it was locked offline, and now this guy died suddenly and they can't get to it. I am praying to God they cannot crack this password.
So, I know you are, but okay, here's my question for you. So they can't find the password.
Right.
But the money's still sitting there.
Yes.
So how do you know you're one of these people that lost some of this money?
So my guess is think about like a bank going bankrupt. You've invested money in a bank and then they go bankrupt and they say we can't repay you. That's what's going to happen to these people.
But they have to do something with it.
What do you mean they?
The people that own it, that own this money.
No. I think what happens is, let's say, Travis, this is how it worked. Think about it like a stock exchange,
right?
Like a Fidelity account, like I'm trading stocks.
Yes.
I put $1,000 in my Fidelity account online. My balance shows $1,000. Fidelity had protected that money by putting it in a safe place somewhere, and they've lost it.
Sure.
Their account balances right now in this exchange probably say how much money they actually have.
You think
it's going to end up being like a bankruptcy where they just lost this money, and they now are going to say, "Oh, we can't repay you."
But technically, they still have Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not they didn't lose the money. The cryptocurrency is still there. It's just
Correct.
under a password that they don't have. So,
Yes. So I guess from a technical standpoint, they're going to have to write this off as a bad debt. But again, you're right. The money somehow still exists. Like, it's still on the books.
Well, it's still in the books, and they're not sure whether they can get the password yet or not, or they can crack this. So, do you think that they have updated those people's accounts, or are they just waiting?
I'm sure everyone that has money in that exchange or is registered with that exchange got a letter about it. I'm sure they've been informed of the situation.
This is the funniest thing to me. Like, I'm just thinking, like, yeah, you're right. They probably got an email or a letter, and like, there's just like some neckbeard sitting in his mom's basement, like, oh no, my Bitcoin just went down. Like, I don't know. For some reason, it's just hilarious to me.
It's sad though, because these people, they trust these exchanges and like it's the Wild West out there. It's just not regulated. Like, again, someone's storing $145 million in an account with one password with no backup. Like, that's the Wild West basically.
Oh yeah, no, listen, I disagree with you wholeheartily. This is not sad. This is exactly what you sign up for when you're trying to get in on a new currency. Like,
No. I disagree. This stuff's not new. Bitcoin's not new. It's been around 10 years. Not new.
It's relatively new. Like, I don't care. This is exactly what you sign up for when you have something that is unregulated, and I don't feel bad for anyone who just lost money.
I disagree totally. You should. It's just because they don't understand the particulars of how it works doesn't mean you shouldn't feel bad for them. They're not the ones. They're victims here.
Sure. I guess to a certain degree you're right, but I again. Like that's it's just like investing in stocks. Like, when it loses its value, it loses its value. But you
don't expect your Fidelity account to go bankrupt because the founder dies. Like, that's different.
No, you're absolutely right, because it's regulated. Like, you are going into a system that is unregulated. That is as you put it, it is the Wild West. You're putting your money into.
But I'm saying it shouldn't be, and we should do things to fix that. That's my point.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yes, it should be doing. But I don't know. I find it funny. Some guy dies, and
it is funny. I mean, it's laughable what happened here. I hope they don't crack that password. That's a bigger deal. That'll affect millions of people if they can crack that password.
That's true.
Because the whole point of cryptocurrency is it's anonymous, and cold storage is 100% safe, and the money in those accounts can't be hacked no matter what. If they get into that money, I'm telling you, Travis, it's fucking lights out for cryptocurrency. That's it. It'll wipe out fortunes.
Do you think it will? Oh, because it'll get into all cryptocurrency. It's not just.
It'll prove it's possible.
Right. It's not. And
that's the problem.
Right. And that exchange deals with multiple cryptocurrencies, so it's going to be bad across the board. And wow. That is
in general. It's like a case study in, if this happens once, it could happen to you, and everyone will lose faith in it, and that's it.
Sure.
So I hope it doesn't happen because of that. I hope that these accounts, these cold storage wallets, are that unhackable. I hope they're that uncrackable. I really do. But it's weird because I don't want these people to lose their money. But I'm thinking for more people out there, like, there's billions of dollars in cryptocurrency, not just millions. So.
Should we, for the poll this week, put up a couple different ideas of what his password could be? I'm thinking something like Mountain Dew Code Red 69.
Yep.
All right. So go to pwthepodcast.com. The poll is, what is Mr. Cotton's password? And we'll have a couple choices there for you. And I'm sure they're going to be funny. So
one of them has to be Texas with a $sign.
So you're definitely going to want to go over there and check that out.
The number is 747 banging.
747-226-4464.
Go ahead and call in and let us know what the worst or the best commercial in the Super Bowl was.
Yes.
Andy, you need to call in. You owe me an apology. I'm waiting for it. It's pwthepodcast.com. It's pwthepodcast on our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook. We're going to be posting some stuff this week, so make sure you check out the social media sites and comment, share them with your friends, your family, your loved ones, people you like, people you just have a general interest in. That's all cool. We're all about that. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher, YouTube, anywhere a good podcasts are hosted. We sneak in there. They leave the door cracked, and we just slide in.
That they do. So,
anything else you want to add this week?
I think that's all for me.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys.
See you next Thursday.
I'm off to Jack in the Box.